Welcome back, y'all, to another album review from the Hip Hop Babies. Boom!
Baby.
Bow! Bow!
Yes,
Bow!
sir.
Bow!
We are back.
Babies.
Yeah, mama.
Boom, boom, boom.
You already know what's up.
Bow!
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get into this. I've been waiting.
I've been trying to fix my mic. All right. So the house is burning, bro. This is fine. Everything is fine.
It's hot.
Everybody calm down, bro. All right. I know it's been a while since this album has came out. But listen, Zay made this wait 5 years, nigga. I was not about to drop this review before I knew what I had to say about it. Like I had to listen to this over and over and over again because I had to make sure that it was as good as his previous two albums to me. First off rip, I think it's substantial, but I don't think it meets the same as Soviet Demo and Sun's Tirade. It's not on the same level for me personally.
Really?
But I
Oh, I
do,
mean, yeah,
I-
yeah.
but I do really love the album. I just do not think that this album goes as deep as the other ones did, and do not hit emotionally like Soviet Demo did for me. Soviet Demo is a deeply personal album to me in general, just the way he's talking about coming of age as a young man and problems he had with his father and stuff like that. It was very reflective of how I was in high school when I first found the EP. Right, this one is more just like Zay's giving us vibes. That's what I feel like.
I'm not even gonna say I kind of agree with that. It's just he could have put more effort into making the album flow, in my opinion. Like I like this album, and it wasn't as bloated. I wouldn't even use the term bloated, but it's less tracks than the Sun's Tirade. If we remember, like I remember when the Sun's Tirade first came out, some people complained that it was too many tracks. And it was like some of it felt all over the place as far as like, some of it was a little bit more upbeat and then some of it was slow. This kind of had that same feel. That's how Isaiah Rashad's music is, but I feel like it was missing, like Lee's saying, the deeper tracks, like Heavenly Father or I don't know, For the Squaw, like stuff like that, stuff that I think was more personal. Now, he has songs like that on this, but I feel like it's more vibey. The features, he got Lil Uzi coming out the gate on the second track. I mean, how'd y'all feel about that one?
I don't think it meshed too well, in my opinion. I don't think it was the vibe of the album. But then again, the album, like getting into it kind of abruptly here, the album to me wasn't cohesive. I think it was more like Lee said, it was a vibe, which was I was fine with that. But yeah, Uzi was a part of that vibe. Anytime you hear Uzi, it's a vibe. Am I wrong?
No, yeah, he was cool on the track. It just
Yeah.
after Dark Zed, it felt like okay, Dark Zed was cool, but again, like I feel like when you get to R.I.P. Young, it kind of switches a little bit. I think
Yeah.
From the Garden didn't necessarily fit the most, but it was cool. It was cool. I like the track. It's a banging track.
It didn't really fit at all. I'm be
Yeah.
honest.
No.
And I could tell you right now that I've heard the snippet, the Came Out Bussin' snippet, like 3 or 4 years ago. Like this is a really old chorus that I feel like he threw. He had to throw somebody on there, so he's like, "Who would fit this?" And he just looked at the current landscape and was like, "Uzi, Uzi would fit." But did Uzi fit the rest of the project? I don't think so.
No.
Not with what he was doing. I mean, I've heard Uzi getting his like vocal bag on like Pluto Baby Pluto. Like this nigga was actually singing. Like I would have preferred some shit like that. Like instead of like something that was hard hitting. I feel like the Duke Deuce feature, even though that one was really hard, it fit way better than
Yeah, that was
Uzi.
that Memphis throwback. It was like aggressive. I like that. That was dope. It was cool. It fit Isaiah's style more.
Yeah, it definitely did. So I didn't really understand the choice of the Uzi feature. I mean, it was cool and all, but like really, I don't even think of Uzi when I'm listening to Isaiah. Like that, he is like one of the last artists on my mind that I would think of that he should be collabing with, bro.
Yeah, because then you got
get Kendrick on there,
because
bro.
then you got Claymore. No. Get Uzi if you think it'll work. I just think it worked. It just didn't fit with the album. The track was a solid track. It wasn't bad. It's probably gonna be. It probably is maybe the most popular track on the album. I wouldn't be surprised. So it does what it's supposed to do.
I feel like
people checking the album out. If anything,
I feel like he got Uzi because Uzi loves like he said on the thing. I love a repetitive beat. He also loves repetitive choruses. Uzi,
Yeah.
if we're gonna be honest, for the past 3 or 4 years, Uzi has just been doing repetitive ass choruses, and he just uses the same monotone note over and over again, and that's kind of his thing now. And the beat kind of carries him most of the time. So I feel like, yeah, they had cool energy on this, but why are we getting Uzi on here, man? Let's do something else. You could have got like Future Hendrix on here. I feel like Future would have slid with you, bro, because Future can actually get deep in his vocal bag. Some real trap artist who is adept with their vocals. Not Uzi. I don't feel like Uzi was the right choice. The
I
energy
think
was cool, not the right choice.
I think Uzi was a popularity choice though. I mean, Uzi's huge. Like everybody know who Little Uzi Vert is. Isaiah's still growing. As crazy as that it is to say, he is still growing. So I mean, for him, it's kind of like a look. I can rap with Uzi too. Look, Uzi on my track. You know, that's numbers. Like when you tag an artist like that, like Lil Uzi, he's gonna post it or maybe whatever. But his fans may gravitate towards you now just because you're working with him.
Claymore, which was dang near perfect for Smino to be on that track. It was
Bro.
the beat was dang near like I would expect that to be on a Smino album almost.
God. It was
dope.
like
Dope.
beach vibes.
But that's what
like,
I'm saying. That's what more I was expecting on this album because I like those tracks from Zay. The more, and I got we got a few of them, but
yeah,
it
this
wasn't.
this
that
one was
a highlight.
upbeat.
That was a highlight. Yeah. Smino came in, killed it. We need an album from Smino. Shout out to Smino.
Oh my god, bro! Shout out Smino, nigga. Bro, when Smino was coming in the background, I heard "Baby." I got chills.
And then Headshots was a single as well. And Headshots, I think, was the first single, maybe.
Yeah,
whatever. That was the mellow track. I think he dropped another one on SoundCloud after that. 100 Warning and Running was with Schoolboy. That one was dope as hell. Like he dropped 2 tracks that are on YouTube and SoundCloud.
Oh yeah.
That were
and
dope too.
He has some other like SoundCloud tracks too that were like 9,000 freestyle or whatever it was, 900 freestyle. But I want you to back it up, bro. Like why didn't we talk about RIP Young? We kind of just skipped over it. Yeah, no, he was in his bag on that one for sure. RIP Young, that was like one of the first tracks when I was listening to it the first time. I was like, yeah, Zay is back for sure. So I wasn't completely disappointed by this album. I'm making it seem like I'm disappointed, but I really just have high standards for Isaiah in general because of what he's given us in the past. But no, he was really flowing on this, and I thought the sample at the end was funny as fuck. I just seen the motherfucking rainbow. Nigga.
You gotta throw that jab at his baby mama. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. That shit was so funny.
But it reminded me of like R.I.P. Kevin Miller. Cool laid back track talking a little shit.
Yep. Yeah, Headshots. Do y'all still feel like I remember when the song came out, people were saying Headshots was the song of the year. Do you feel like it could still be in contention for song of the year, or has it grown off you to a certain degree?
I think that was a summer hit for sure.
And now the album drop, I don't know.
I think that was a summer hit for sure. That song's still hard, but I mean, song of the year, I don't know. Headshots is hard, bro. I don't know if that's a song of the year.
Yeah, y'all fucking with this Mindy feature on All Herb though. I know we are.
Yeah,
it was AC's favorite track.
That was not my favorite track.
She did a really good job on the feature. I feel like that's another one of those tracks. Like the feature match, I think their vibes go well together, and it works. Just like he has Scissor later on the album. It's like certain features I know he's gonna get. Tut, it was like, okay, that's gonna work. I know these tracks are gonna work off the rip. Because unless it's just like they get a funky beat or something, like I already know what I'm gonna get. It's just some of the features like Duke Deuce. I thought that I didn't know if that was gonna work. It worked. I was like, okay, that worked. Lil Uzi was a little shaky, but it still worked to me. She did a really good job.
Yeah, no, she did. She definitely met the vibe of that track, which was like a smooth kind of funky jazz type track. Like I don't know, it was cool. But we not gonna slide past what you said. That was the best track on this album, hands down. 100%.
What you said? That's the one I was thinking of. What you said, bitch? Can I take it?
That was the best.
That's your favorite song on the album?
That's my favorite song on the album.
I like that song.
That song still gives me hype right now in the car. Like that song come on shuffle.
The beat on that song is so perfect for the flow. Like Isaiah just rips that, and his feature. What's her name?
I am Dochi.
I am Dochi.
She does a really good job.
Yeah,
does a really good job. I feel
like Kyle Banks, he did cool with the hook too.
Yeah, and I feel like that was a perfect transition after True Story. J-Rock came in and killed it as usual.
Yeah,
and
he did.
This nigga will never miss with Isaiah on the track, bro. I do not care if Isaiah is on this track, bro. He's gonna kill it. And you're gonna talk about this one. We can talk about Shot You Down. We could even talk about that one off of 90059.
It's like with him and Kendrick. He's gonna come in and show people.
That's
like
true.
I was the first guy. I was the first guy in TDE that was really pushing things at first, even before Kendrick.
Yeah.
So he's like, I gotta come in.
No, yeah, he's a Kendrick's OG.
Yeah, so it's like he don't be lacking.
Yeah, he's fire. I love J-Rock. I just think they're just match made in heaven, and I could say that like another reason why I feel like this album is not as good as like one of the other ones is because I've heard Kendrick on a track with Zay and Kendrick gave one of his best performances ever, and Zay was at the same level as him on Sun's Tirade. And he did not have a moment like this where he was having somebody who was that great rapping
I
alongside
mean,
of him,
but you
where he
can't.
was in a flow pocket.
Hold up, hold up, hold up. You can't hold him to that because you can't get Kendrick all the time.
I know
Who
you
else
can't
are
get
you gonna
Kendrick again,
get?
but
Who else are you
Kendrick
gonna
pushed him
get?
to another level.
Who
Bro.
else are you gonna get besides Kendrick? Who do you think Isaiah can get in that room?
You talking about like that's
J
not
Rock. Okay,
pushing?
he was J Rock was on the album, but he's not like big like Kendrick. Like I'm thinking you talk about like J Cole or something. Like he can't. I don't think he's gonna get J.
No,
I'm
you
just
talking about big in stature? I thought you
Yeah,
meant
like you saying
rappability.
No,
I mean,
no.
He
I
can maybe
mean,
get an underground artist, but like I don't know who would Isaiah. Who would you really want to see Isaiah vibe with? Like that's who I'm trying to think. Like besides,
well, I mean, I'm just saying that it's like we're not gonna hear
maybe
Zay rap
Eminem,
as well as he did,
something like that.
didn't get pushed to the limit, like where he had to like show up and like perform big time, like with his like rhyme schemes and
Oh
like
yeah, yeah.
how
It was
crazy
really
his flow
chill.
pocket
It
is.
was laid
That's
back.
what I was talking. Yeah,
It was
that's what
laid
I'm
back.
talking about. Like,
Okay, yeah.
because what's wrong?
What's wrong?
Yeah,
I mean, but the second half of this album, I feel like I don't know. It might be better to me because I feel like it really starts to slow down and he really starts to get deeper in as far as like his mellow and his vibe back. But like the first half, he hits you with the more aggressive, but he still switches over the vibe. But I feel like the second half, you go, what you said, like we said, like that's a chill, laid back
yeah.
song.
I feel
It's
like
kind of mellow. Don't shoot, Chad, YG Tut. They're hella,
I feel like once it hits all Herb, that's when it really like starts to
slow down,
and
again.
then he transitions into it's like a skit with like him and Cal, where him and Cal are talking and he's like laughing, and it's almost like gonna be like I'm getting stoned type shit by the music, on Hey Mister, when Hey Mister, can I get my bitch yeah, that song's hard, bro, but like it was like it's more like chillax, like you're saying. And then when we get into True Story, what you said brings it back up though, but then Don't Shoot,
Yeah.
Don't Shoot is deeper. Chad is actually my favorite song on the
I
whole
love
hard
Tut.
too.
Yeah, I slapped that
That's
one.
hard. That's hard. That's hard.
Tut, man, I miss Tut, man. He just dropped some singles too. You gotta check those out. I feel
Yeah,
like
that
Chattanooga, man.
that shit hits, bro.
Yeah, that's not hard.
They gotta collab more on the albums, man, because their stuff on
And
SoundCloud and stuff. Yeah,
I feel like Tut's shit wasn't even long enough, bro. He had like 45 seconds if that.
but it was like a small song. They really let the hook ride that little sample for interpolation.
Yeah.
If I wasn't rapping, baby, I
to be right Mercedes.
Yep.
Yeah.
9-3 freestyle, hard as fuck too. Like every
Some of my
just like
niggas
every
still
song.
that was cool. That was upbeat,
With
but it's still chill.
that little record scratch on there, that shit had me pumped, bro.
Yeah. I feel like the second
time.
half was like way smoother. Like the tracks just were flowing way better. Like it was like, okay, you got the other features that you don't usually. I feel like we're like out of the normal, out of the way. Now you're just letting the album flow.
Yeah, he really did play it safe at that point. I feel like, I mean, the only one that I feel like was like a stretch was I Am Doechii, and we obviously saw her fucking kill that shit. But he did play it safe with like, he had J Rock and Jay Worthy. I think those were pretty safe picks. YG Tut was SZA was Black. A safe pick, and I think even Black, even though I haven't seen a collab with Black, I think that was an excellent pick, but still a safe pick. I feel like you can't go wrong with Black. So yeah, like you're saying, it just flowed better. It was more like a vibe in the second half, but the first part of it wasn't. It doesn't feel collective. The album doesn't feel as collective, cohesive as the other ones did to me. I love Cal Banks. I think his production on here was great, but it wasn't like stitched together like I would like it to be. If from like a top tier project, like if I'm looking at a project, the way you set the track list up and how the vibes transition into another, if the beats can actually cleanly transition into another, like those are things I'm checking for, like from top producers like Metro and fucking Pierre Bourne type shit. Like we're not gonna get that from everybody, but
I mean,
it's definitely it's a knock on the album for something that's had so long.
Yeah, it took a minute. It took a minute. I think that's what happened too. It took a minute, and he gave us 48 minutes.
But yeah, I don't know, man. You got this much time to work on this project. I feel like it wasn't detailed enough. I feel like I've gotten everything that I can get out of it so far, and I feel like that's a bad sign. Sun's Tirade, I was still grabbing details years after. I don't know. I feel like this one I've kind of collected it all at this point, and maybe because I become a more proactive listener, but I just feel like honestly it's not that deep, really not that deep, and there's no instrumentations, like little instrumentations that like driving me crazy the next like month. Like usually you'll like find some like little things, little details. We're missing those details. That's what it's missing for me. So
Mm. Who's that peeping in my window?
who's that?
Like it had,
Who's that?
yeah, it was some
My
good hooks
gosh,
on here, good
I
little
was
like things in there. I messed with it. It just was like, yeah, missing that little spark. Some of it was there occasionally though, and that's what I like. Like, please don't take this long to drop again, unless you feel like it's worth. Like, I don't know, this was worth the wait in my opinion, just because it wasn't a bad project. It was a good project. I feel like it was thought out. It just didn't completely roll the way it should have. Like it was just moments where I was like, yo, if you would have had maybe this feature or that song might have got replaced with maybe another one you had in the back burner, maybe a sample didn't get cleared. I don't know what it is, but this is a good album. Like it's worth the listen. I'm jamming to it every once in a while, especially certain songs in daily rotation.
yeah, no, definitely, for sure. I mean, if you haven't listened to Zay before, I would definitely recommend you go out and check his older shit as well, because he does get deeper than this, and
I mean,
there's nothing wrong with this album as it is. I mean, for what it is, but it's just not as good as I think that Zay could be, and that's just me being snobby. Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm being
check this out too. Like if you haven't listened to Isaiah
yeah,
Rashad,
I
check
feel
this
like
out
this
too.
would work. I feel like this would work because it has been years and music has changed. I feel like some of these songs he might have been trying to update his sound. So if newer listeners did check it
yeah,
out, they would have
not
something to vibe
yeah.
to, and it wasn't just a few tracks that you only like. You know what I'm saying? So
This gives me
Like I
old Zay vibes though. This don't give me like no new him trying to
no,
experiment.
and I feel like maybe that was what it was too. Is like you're giving me the same Zay vibes, but some of these tracks aren't hitting as hard as the old Zay, or you made certain changes as far as features, but you didn't fully change, you know? So
Yeah, some
that's
of the
what it was.
features. When I say some of the features, it's really just Uzi. He should have just
But
left out.
it's the one, it's your first, you know, first album in a few years. So I think people were just maybe we're expecting
Yeah,
something to be a little bit more like, oh, this is Isaiah back again. I think his next project, he is back, but I think his next project will be like, this is the Isaiah that we've been waiting on for years, you know?
I mean, shoot, he probably tried to get Kendrick. Kendrick just wasn't
Not
wasn't rocking with it.
unless you Keem. That's
Unless you was
family.
cousin, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like you wasn't getting nothing out of him. So I'm sure he tried.
This nigga Kendrick says he goes for months without a phone, bro. This nigga tried to call him to get him on the feature list, and this nigga was in an LA
Just
beach with his
just
wife.
not right.
Just
No
wife.
phone, nothing. He's like, bro, Kendrick, I hit you, bro. I ain't got a phone.
That's tough.
I ain't got a phone, bro.
People was thinking it was personal. It was really just Kendrick. Like not on his phone.
All right, y'all. So I mean, let us know what you think about this project. We definitely fuck with it. We're definitely Zay fans, so I try to keep it a little unbiased. Try to give you both sides of it. Not everything's perfect. I'm definitely loving this album. I'm slapping it like Ray said, damn near every day. So tell us what you think in the comments. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all that. Fuck with the channel. Fuck with the Instagram page, the Hip Hop Babies Podcast. Fuck with the Twitter, Hip Hop Babies Pod. Bow,
All in the
Flocka,
description
all
as
that.
usual. You know what's up. Thanks for listening. Peace.
Peace, bow.